Just when you thought it was safe to go into theaters, we get The Shallows, the closest filmmakers have come to suggesting the terror of Jaws. Yup, there's a shark involved. Yup, there's a battle of wills. And yup, there's a plan that requires more than a little ingenuity. A bigger boat? Well, Blake Lively doesn't even have one in this popcorn film. She's a vacationer trying to enjoy a secluded beach when a shark takes out two other swimmers. Because it's still circling, she takes refuge on a rock, then has to figure out how she's going to get to shore. Director Jamie Collet-Serra focuses tightly on Lively, her cell phone, and her 200-foot journey. While The Shallows doesn't have the ability to change the direction of films like Jaws did, it does fit the blockbuster mode and should be great for theater concession sales. Lively looks great in a bikini and does what she has to survive. But if you're expecting The Shallows to be deeper than the deep, well, you're sadly mistaken. This is just a summer film, eager to make its 87 minutes as memorable as anyone else's 120. And as long as you're digging into the popcorn bucket, you might as well get a refill for Independence Day Resurgence. Taking place 2 decades after the last film, it brings aliens back to Earth, still eager to seek and destroy. Well, Will Smith is gone, Bill Pullman as the former president, and Jeff Goldblum as a satellite technician are back, hoping to help Liam Hemsworth take on the visitors. Hemsworth is stationed on the moon, planning to put a defense system into place that will help the folks back home. Now, there's plenty of action, lots of plot holes, and a whole lot that doesn't make any sense. Still, this is Independence Day, and if you may remember, the first one wasn't exactly a tribute to the Mensa Society either. Goldblum gets a little fun out of the situation, but Hemsworth is pretty much saddled with saving the world as we know it. Resurgence won't prompt a third film anytime soon, but it could quiet the masses who say they've just got to have another Independence Day film. 2 are quite enough. And finally, Matthew McConaughey takes on the Civil War in Free State of Jones, a simple look at a complex problem. He plays a Confederate deserter who leads a band of soldiers to fight injustice. When he sees Southern soldiers looting farms, he's determined to fight back, particularly since Confederate sons don't have to serve if their family owns at least 20 slaves. Now, with the help of a dozen former slaves, he begins the battle. Written and directed by Gary Ross, Free State of Jones isn't as complex as it'd like to be. Certainly in light of films like 12 Years a Slave, this is merely a hint of what that turned out to be. McConaughey isn't going to be nominated for any Oscars either, and if this lasts until the superior Birth of a Nation arrives, it'll be a miracle. Now, if you can choose only one film this week, make it The Shallows. It's short, and it reminds you how lucky you are to live in a place where sharks don't circle. With your Movies in a Minute, I'm Bruce Miller.